Okay.
All right. We're recording. Oh, yeah.
Recording. Close that out. Close that out. Close that. Okay, cool. I'll bring us in 5 seconds. Hello and welcome to the YASEcast. This is episode 33, question mark, I think. No one's giving me a look that's saying I'm wrong.
I
This is
think it's
episode
33.
33. Hell yeah. Lamo's
like
on it. Joined with me today, I have Jarv.
Hey, everybody.
I've got Morgan.
Hi.
And coming back to the show, I got Velius.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. I'm happy y'all are here. Damn, 2021. We done did it.
We made it to the future.
We made it to the future. Let's hope it's not one of those, like, we made it to the future and the future ends up sucking ass. Let's hope we can dial the suck ass down a bit this year. Although the suck ass is always low on the YASEcast. Velius, it has been so long since we've had you on the show. But what you went through the past week? How you been doing? What you been watching, playing, writing, etc.ing?
Well, lately, so because of the holiday for the New Year's, I had to work for 48 hours in 4 days. So that was my hell week. But other than that, just been
Sounds hellacious.
yeah. So I've just been trying to focus on, like I went on Twitter about it earlier. Really been having that craving to play Maxiboost on. Been feeling that craving a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And then I remembered, it's actually going to be Climax of Night this year, if it, happens in person, I think. Or if it has to be online, whatever. But I want to at least, that's kind of something that's just been on my mind, is that I want to get better at it so I can actually maybe get into that, So it's just been more,
I forgot they're planning on doing that at Climax this year.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think it caught a lot of people by surprise. And I mean, I don't think it was on anyone's bingo card.
It's usually in October, right? Like, it's late enough in the year that, like, ideally on the projections, like, we should be at full reopening by the time Climax is happening.
Ideally.
We shall see.
That was a good face from Jarv, just like, ooh.
Look for the grimacing emoji on your keyboard phone if you want to see what I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been Maxiboost on and CVS2 as per usual. Oh, and a little bit of Rocket League for good measure.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, nice. I haven't played Rocket League in a long time.
What's
Every
been
once in
your
a while,
suit?
I think about that game. Oh yeah, what's been your suit? What's your suit been?
So I just
Who are you playing in the Emban?
do I like to troll, so I'm just easy 8 and I just run on the ground all the time. And I,
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
pop up, bazooka you, and then run away.
As Easy 8 does.
That's my entire game. It's just I like running. I just run.
Zoners. Can't.
It's like that harassment kind of character or suit
Yeah.
where, like, you just annoy someone to the point where they put all their attention on you, and then your partner's like, hey, thanks.
Basically.
Let me get this free kill.
I actually did that with
It's free kills.
Jay a long while back when Mbon was newer. Like, I was playing with Jay, and I don't remember who else. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember. But Jay was fronting, and I was just running the fuck around and just spamming projectiles whenever I got in close, and I'd just run away.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. I can't fault a winning strategy.
That was just the most fun I had. It's like, hey, I get to be annoying.
Legit
Everybody
strats.
gets one.
But other than that, like when I front, I play New Gundam just because it's I'm still getting used to playing Mbon, so it's like New Gundam has a lot of the tools that you need to be competent, and it is a 3K,
Yeah.
I believe, so it's pretty.
Yeah, New Gundam's 3K, and it's still got, like, the basic toolkit.
Yeah.
It's like bazooka and, like, a CSA and everything. It's fun.
So I've just been really just trying to learn the specific mechanics when I'm not trolling.
That's smart.
Jarv, what have you been up to? And please tell me it's not zoning.
There is some zoning in this game.
God
definitely.
damn it.
I think the last time I was on, I was talking about I was playing Yakuza 0, and I haven't touched that game ever since because the Steam Winter Sale came up, and I was like, this game Control is on sale. That game looked really dope. I remember there being like mad PS4 performance issues or something, but it looked really cool. But I have it on PC now. So I bought it over winter break, and I poop socked that game in like a week. That game fucking rules. It's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very like X-Files, SCP, surrealist parts of Twin Peaks, all with like a kind of not amazing cover shooter, third-person shooter kind of thing. Like, look, I get it. Max Payne was really great. I didn't even know that there were guns in Control because I just heard about like powers and X-Files crap, and so I was like, oh, okay, I guess there's some guns to shoot. Some of the guns feel pretty cool, but the story was super engaging. I would really like to see like a Control miniseries on Netflix or something. That would be super tight.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to watch that. But yeah, highly recommend it if you're not playing it on the PS4, I guess, because it's supposed to be like really, really bad. But I think if you buy the digital version of the Ultimate version, it'll give you the PS5 version if you get a Cinco, and I ain't doing that. But the way they try to get you to upgrade these games, it's like sort of real convoluted. If you have a pretty decent beefy rig of a PC, which I don't, I only have like a 1070, and I still was playing at like 1080p, and I was getting to like 50 frames per second. It was not amazing, but if you were like a super crazy computer gamer and you got the ray tracing and crap like that, I turned on the ray tracing for about 2 seconds and I dropped to like 12 frames per second.
Oh,
no,
no.
take it off. But like, it looked really cool for those 12 frames. It looked awesome. But like, sorry, I need to upgrade my crap. But yeah, highly recommend playing Control if y'all haven't played it. I haven't played like Alan Wake or any of the other Remedy games, so this is just like my first. I played Max Payne whenever I was a kid because like John Woo, it's just cool. But Control was really very sick.
Cool. Yeah, I know
That's a game I should
Vince
play
has
more
really
of.
been on that. I think Lamo's been on that as well too. Everyone, I think.
A little bit.
Have
Vince
yeah.
was real on Control. I need to
Yeah.
swing back around to it eventually.
Mhm.
I've been in Vince's DM being like, yo man, this Control shit is sick. Discussing it, going off about it.
It's a pretty cool ass game. Morgan, what about you? What you been up to?
I got a late entry to my game of the year 2020.
Ooh,
It's
I love it.
maybe controversial, but I scooped on. I guess during the Steam sale, I saw this this one piece of art that really caught my eye. It was a game called Dungeon Munchies. It's an early access title. It's in like the theme of like a Soulsborne Metroidvania, kind of like Hollow Knight, pulling the two together.
Okay.
The theming of it is you play a zombie, and the way you get powers is by killing enemies, cooking them into dishes, and then eating them. And you have so many dishes that you can fit in your stomach at a time. So like maybe one of them causes you to regenerate health when you get hit. Maybe one of them unlocks secret sword techniques because you also have a Monster Hunter bent where you, in addition to cooking dishes with them, you're making weapons out of the things that you kill. So it's a really like crisp and good game to play. So I was like, all right, I'll grab this. I grabbed it because in the promo art I saw one of the characters was a deer girl, and I was like, okay, cool. Like
Done.
that's
Sold.
done. Actually, yes, done sold. But then I was not expecting this game to have like a genuinely really engaging story that was dealt a lot with connection and queerness. It turns out as it unfolds, trying to be less on spoilers because it's a genuinely like way better than I was expecting. Deal of what starts as kind of a fantasy thing of like you come up as a zombie and this ghost of a necromancer named Simmer shows up and she tells you, hey, I want you to help me go steal these recipes from the Lord of the Forest in this dungeon so that I can complete this cookbook. And then it unfolds into a post-apocalyptic scenario. It turns out that there's a lot of dynamics going around with
That escalated.
It escalates. There are Cronenberg monsters that are genuinely haunting.
Book.
It's so good. The story is great. The music is great. Everything about it was wonderful. It's one of the few cases where I streamed it. If you check my archive, you can see the Let's Play of it. But it's one of the few cases. There's like 2 acts now where I just didn't want to put it down. Usually I have I try to stream for like only 2 hours, and then I think I streamed for almost 4 hours one night. I just couldn't put it down. I had to get to like the end of that chunk of the story. So excellent game. Early access, so it's like there's only 2 acts of however many there are going to be, but one of the most gripping experiences I had that year. So I'm still gushing about this game, and I'm sad that I don't have more of it to play.
Damn. Hey, you will have more of it eventually, though. So look forward
Eventually,
to that.
it's so funny, and there's gay in it. It's just like it hit all the buttons for me.
There is gay in it.
Gay, funny, Monster Hunter.
That's most of my boxes. I guess
Covered all the
that
bases.
obvious. So it goes.
So it goes. Let's see. So I've finally gotten around to. I've never been really bad about buying games before and then not playing them at all. Okay, that's actually a lie because I bought Final Fantasy 15 years ago and then put it in my PS4 to install it and then never played it. But
That happens.
within the past couple of weeks, past month or so, I bought 2 games. I've only now put time into one of them. I bought Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, which looks like a really cool 2D beat 'em up with also like a kind of like farming simulator and stuff like there. The other one I bought that I actually did grind to playing this past week was Yakuza Like a Dragon, which, if you're not aware, this is the 7th game in the Yakuza series, technically 8th if you want to count 0 in there. But it moves into being a turn-based RPG. And I had a really funny moment early on. I'm only 4 hours into the game. It still feels like I'm in the tutorial, which is whatever. That's a side gripe. But I had this really great moment early on in the game. It's kind of like the first boss fight that you really have. And the boss is getting pretty low on health, and he goes into... There's this little cinematic moment where you're like, oh shit, he's getting really strong now. I don't... be careful. Be careful about how you attack. I'm like, okay, well, my guy's just a brawler, so he's just going to punch him. And by the way, I was reminded of this story before... From an earlier conversation, or from rather what Velius was recapping what he loves to do in Emban. I just threw a fucking baseball at the guy, and it killed him. It didn't kill him, it ended the fight. But I was thinking, like, it's just, imagine this just real dipshit Yakuza just being like, oh, he's getting really strong, I don't want to get close to him. Just chucking a baseball. The baseball did, like, so much damage, too. It was, like, 6 of my attacks, and the damage of this one baseball, which... Fair, you're chucking a baseball at someone's head, but still, just one of those moments that really stuck out to me. I'm enjoying the game a lot so far. It also has it like directly has a lot of homages and references to Dragon Quest, a series that I am very fond of, a series that I really, really love. Which I'm kind of surprised that they're just able to do that, because Square Enix has nothing to do with this game as far as I know. It's really just all Sega. But hey, whatever. I'm not going to complain. Obviously, things must be okay for them to do that. So it's very goofy. It's very good. I'm having a blast with it. Just kind of eager to kind of dig into that a little more and see how it maybe opens up a bit more once you get more time into it. But I have been enjoying it a lot.
I heard that
that aside,
the RPG elements was like kind of late game. Like they showed it off as like a April Fool's or something, and people were like, "Yo, this shit is amazing. You got to keep doing this." And they were like, "Okay, we'll figure out how to make this the real game now."
Is that actually what they did?
That's what I heard.
That would be pretty fucking funny if true. If only because like they've gone off to do other offshoots. Like they had their big like God, what was it called? Dead Souls, I think it was. It was just like essentially it was like a zombie Muso. And so it's kind of cool to see them go into an RPG, but it being 1, a mainline entry, and 2, actually good. So there's that. Although I'm still sad that we haven't gotten. They also did like a feudal Japan offshoot that I'm really sad that we never got because it looked cool as shit. I'm still sad about that one. That shit was probably on like PS3. It's never coming. Maybe one day I'll get over it, but that's not coming anytime soon.
I want to scoop Like a Dragon at some point. Maybe when it comes down in price a little bit more and I have more time. But there's something about whenever I watch it, like that blending of exactly you're saying, like throwing a baseball at somebody and being like a huge attack, because it has all the RPG trappings, but it's all really mundane.
Kind
like
of,
it's
yeah.
like it's rooted in reality. Of I also saw a screenshot of the main character using a personal massager as a weapon, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
They incorporate summons. Like there's summons in the game, but it's literally just the main character using his cell phone to call someone up. And there's a crab summon. He summons crabs somehow. And it's the thing that I really like is that it's the Yakuza universe, the Yakuza cinematic universe, if you will. But Kiryu is a very noble man. He's a very wise and kind-hearted person. I can't remember the guy's name right now. He's also very kind, but he's also just a fucking idiot. Like, Kiryu was more of a himbo, maybe. Maybe. As much as I love a good himbo almost seems insulting to Kiryu. This guy's just dumb as shit.
He transcends himbodom.
Maybe this guy's more of a himbo than Kiryu is, because Kiryu is just entirely too good for this world.
We don't deserve Kazuma Kiryu.
we do not deserve Kazuma Kiryu. Oh, God, what a fucking game. Anyway, aside from that, been on my Final Fantasy 14 grinds, getting my other classes up, doing more crafting and gathering things that I haven't ever really done before in an RPG or MMO rather. I've also started, 1, getting into glamours, and 2, kind of checking out the roleplay scene on our data center, which is something I've never really done in and MMOs, again, getting confused. But I've always been interested in. So I'm kind of eking into that a bit, and it's pretty cool. So don't worry, you'll have Lamo's RP report as everyone's favorite weekly recurring series here on the YASEcast.
That's dangerously close to becoming a VTuber.
I mean,
don't walk that path of darkness.
What's to say I'm not already?
Nothing, actually. I'd be pleasantly surprised. we should collaborate then.
Okay, we'll talk later. We'll compare notes. So as we mentioned before, and as you could probably tell, maybe by the title of the episode, depending on what that ends up being, fuck 2020. All my homies hate 2020. 2021 is here now, and we know that most of our listeners have gone through this beloved time-old tradition of, well, it's a new year, which means that there's only one thing I can do. That's right, I need to make a bingo card for all the events that are going to happen this year, and that I can tell my homies over at the YASEcast if you got a bingo or not. Everyone's familiar with this common, really, I would say it's America's pastime.
I would say it's a podcaster's pastime. I don't know about America.
Deep history of podcast. Really, if you think about it, those presidential addresses are really just like solo podcasts.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right now. If you really think about it, VTubers are just podcasters, or podcasters are audio-only VTubers.
There you go. That's it. We've done it. We've cracked the code.
Just imagine as I'm saying that. You know that scene from Sherlock where he's like miming everything?
No, the
like
Mind
words?
Palace. No.
That's what
I say to Jess every time we're about to record. I need to go to my Mind Palace, and then I'm just sitting in here doing like moving my hands around like it's fucking Minority Report. But yes, to get to the point, we decided we were going to put together a little bingo card. Every day I sit down and put together my little bingo card.
It's the Chronicles of
But
Riddick.
yes, we figured we'd do that for this week. We would figure out what's going to go on all the squares. We're going to send you guys over to a website. It'll randomize that. And then at the end of this year, if any of you manage to remember, you can come back to us and tell us how you did.
And we'll send you a golden onion.
We'll send you a golden onion. I will spray paint an onion and send it to you.
All right.
That's going to show up real nasty.
That's gonna be so bad.
Okay. I say we should let's maybe go around the room, each do one. Let's move on to the whoever has something else. I think free space first. And I don't know if we can designate a specific free space. Personally, I feel like the free space would be you see it take so bad you have to go to sleep.
That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I agree with this.
Put to sleep by a bad take.
Put to sleep by a
we
bad
know that's
take.
gonna happen.
Sleepy take. You know it's gonna happen. You know that shit's gonna happen.
It could happen to me tonight.
It could have already happened this year by the time this episode comes out.
That's what I'm saying.
It's already happened to me.
Shit is bad out there.
The specter of bad takes haunts us all.
Can we like swap that out for communism? It was way less threatening.
Yes. It's dark days. Okay, so sleepy take. Who's got one? Who wants to go first? I feel like
I got
free
one.
space isn't.
I got one. Call me
Morgan's got
teacher.
it.
I
Go
got
for
it.
it.
So, at the Video Game Awards, Arc 2 was debuted. For those of you that are hip to the scene, you know that Arc is VTuber culture, particularly because of Kiryu Koko and Hololive, for whatever reason, pulling that whole group into Arc, which is not a good game.
Survival
But-
Evolved?
Survival Evolved, yeah. For some reason,
Why?
they fucking love Survival Evolved. It's a
That's
weird-
the right response, really.
I'm
So here's the thing.
Why?
Here's the thing, though. Their content for Arc was popular enough that Coco has been named an executive producer on Arc 2. So here's my prediction for 2021. We're crossing streams here. Vin Diesel as a VTuber.
Okay. I like that. I'm writing it down. Vin Diesel VTuber.
I feel it. There's just like there's a
I like
tulpa
it.
that I think I birthed into the world, and I think that's what it's going to be. It's Vin Diesel as a VTuber.
You've tapped into the live stream, and you're like, this is it. I've pulled this gem out of the live stream, and it
Oh,
is
it's not a
Vin
gem.
Diesel becoming a VTuber.
It's a rotten golden onion.
Okay, that's a strong prediction. I like that one a lot.
I think it's gonna
Oh
happen.
man. I should have written up a list beforehand. That would have been such a good idea.
Did nobody do that? I did that. I've got
You
all
did
nine.
that?
I've got at least 3 or 4.
No, in typical Lamo fashion, I said, I'll wing it. That's typical
All right, I
Lamo
got one.
fashion.
I got one. I'm wearing a Yace shirt right now, so I'm going to say Yace will get back into the fashion game. We kind of been dormant for a little bit because, 2020 was like a little hard on the creative energies, but I think we'll put out some new swag.
I like
I'm going to
it.
put that down as
I like it.
Yace unleashes new fits.
Yeah.
It's not going to be debuts. It's not going to be releases. It is unleashes.
It's going to be Big Dog themed with a name like
Going to be
Unleashes.
unleashed like Sonic.
Okay, Yace big dog shirt. Morgan's throwing that one to the pile.
Oh my
We already
God.
have the emote. We already
That's
have
true,
the
we
Yace
do.
big
I
dog
know,
emote.
we're real close. We can just make a sticker for it.
Yeah, no one needs to tell
Honestly.
Big Dog Apparel, Inc.
No one needs to tell Big Dog.
Not the company, the dog. The actual dog that is definitely real.
Yes, well, I don't know. I think if it had like Big Brother, Big Dog is Big Brother. Except your Big Brother just says he really loves fishing and really hates I don't know,
Rules.
work.
I hereby award you the title of Big Dog.
You've surpassed even the dog. Oh. Oh fuck. I got one. Dominick the Donkey 2 comes out. No. Dominick the Donkey comes back up. We're going to see a resurgence in the beloved Christmas song, Dominick the Donkey. And I may have started this wave.
You actually did.
Dominick the Donkey
Coming
returns.
But here's the thing: the
coming
little
back.
paisanos have already been listening to it, so it has already been returned. So how about
Yeah.
like Dominick the Donkey is used in like a mainstream ad campaign?
I feel like that counts as returns.
A
'Cause
sentence.
I feel like returns like to the spotlight. You know, because our parents grew up, they all knew.
Returns to the spotlight.
Yes.
I really don't know if Dominic was ever in the spotlight. But
Dominick the Donkey enters the spotlight.
you can put "re" in like, parentheses with a question mark if you want. I don't know. It's hotly contested.
That's what makes Dominic so appealing and so interesting. They're mysterious.
The known mysterious creature, the donkey.
I couldn't remember who sang it, and I still can't, but I really just like without even thinking of it, I was almost like, oh yeah, Lou Bega, he sings that song. He sings Dominic the Donkey.
I was gonna say Lou Bega.
Lou Bega's Dominic the Donkey.
I don't want to hear that one.
Hot in 20,
You can
just
keep
in
it.
time for holiday season 2021.
We're on the Italian wavelength, unfortunately.
Lou Bega re-enters the spotlight. Feel bad whoever gets that on their bingo card. They're never gonna get that line finished. That line's a lost fucking cause.
Don't say that. It might happen.
I'm daring the universe to make it happen. Do we want to make any bets as to when big events are coming back, or is that too sad and too real to think about?
Let's see. I'm gonna say fall. I'm gonna say back to normal in fall.
Okay,
Q3.
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 I think Q3 opening.
Fiscal quarter,
That's no earlier than October.
in person.
Don't say that.
I'm gonna put at least here for our notes. I'm gonna put notable events return in fall.
All right, that's cool.
Because I mean, if it's like, oh yeah, some Smash local had people, I'm like, that doesn't count. It has to be like Frosty or Climax sized or bigger.
All right, so like a major.
Here's what I'm asking. Does Evo go online again?
That's a very good question.
Ooh,
Because that's July, August. That ain't Q3.
how did Evo Online go last year?
I mean, they did exhibitions and stuff, right?
Yeah, and I think their biggest tournaments were all like netcode, like rollback netcode games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, those are the only ones they had.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm thinking maybe we see a second Evo Online.
I'm thinking so too.
Evo Online returns to the spotlight.
Which means we're going to see a resurgence of Plus R back at Evo as the main stage game.
Hey,
How about
but
that?
will we see a resurgence of Mr. McRibs?
Hopefully
Oh,
not.
no.
I really hope not.
I really
Get outta
hope
here.
not. I'm
Get
gonna
out of
forget
here, you
about that.
fucking guy.
Oh, I've got one. Elfelt for Strive.
I
That's
think
the
it's
first
gonna
one.
happen.
And February 14th is right around the corner already, so be able to fill that one in real soon.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Are there any other Valentines in the universe of that game?
Hold on.
There's
Let's. Yeah, there's a few. Let's specify this though, because Outlet for Strive, if she's not in base game, I could really easily see her being like first or second DLC pack. Are we gonna say she's gonna be main roster or DLC?
I think it means like I take that as she is the February character.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Outlet and base roster for Strive.
that's
Because
a fun one that we can prove soon.
Right away.
Yeah.
I'm
Hopefully
I've got
disprove. I'd never want her to come back.
Some concrete
Yeah,
DQ.
She's the fucking worst.
But Lima, what if she comes back and she's bad? Will that make you feel better about it?
No, because people have gotten happy that she's back in the game at all. Also, as a mod on the Guilty Gear subreddit, I'll have to wade through fucking heaps of goddamn horny art for new elf elt design. I hate you fuckers.
What if that design is really good?
I think it would be the biggest the biggest kind of own on the Guilty Gear community would to be you release Elfelt, which she is covered in head to toe, like with absolutely like no distinction to
She's
her
a
original
ghost.
character, and she's bad. There's literally just no reason to play her at that point.
Give her the
elf
old,
elt, but they took away her guns.
Oh my god.
Took away the
She's just running around like a Call of Duty knife class.
Yeah. Player in first person and everything.
Give her the old costume back though. I don't like the whole like BDSM bride or whatever she's doing.
Yeah,
Revelator.
I agree.
Because like I got it. It's Guns N' Roses and she's a bride. It's like okay, I get it. It's cute.
Yeah,
It's
I get
on the nose. And now it's like Guns N' Roses and also I shop at Hot Topic. Or like Dolls Kill or something. I don't know.
Okay, look, that's my vibe for 2021. Why are you knocking it?
I'm not trying to knock your vibes.
I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to be goth.
Morg, dye your hair. Okay, new. Here's a prediction: Morg will dye her hair.
Not gonna happen.
No, just don't put that one down. I got one. I'm not sure if I should say this on the
here's
pod.
Here's a good one though. On that, Morgan gets bangs.
Ooh, Morgan gets bangs.
Morgan gets bangs.
That's been
one.
That's been on the 2020 and maybe even the 2019 bingo card. Like
It's
up
been
in the
going
air.
for a while. And I'm calling, like, I don't know. I think that like COVID is doing something to my brain, and I'm sitting here like, what if I just had bangs? What if I just did this? What if I
my
just
God.
became? What if I
COVID
just started?
bangs.
What? What if I just started talking like one of the Red Scared girls?
Oh no!
please
I
don't.
will quit the podcast.
I don't know why you would quit the podcast over that.
I also
you have
added
to-
clean shave Lamo onto the list as well.
That's a
I've,
good.
I've been hemming and hawing about that. You never know.
That's a good
If
observation.
we're gonna add more to
Thank God.
Stop, Jarv. What was your other idea that you had?
Dasha, you gotta stop. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the pod. Joe Biden, no.
Ooh.
Natural causes, of course. No. Let's reposition that. I think he's gonna get impeached this year. Like
Do you mean
straight
he's-
out the gate, first year, Hunter Biden.
Really?
Hunter Biden.
I don't
They're
think
gonna
it's happening.
come after him.
I don't think so. They don't have a house, like, because them still control the House. I don't think they're gonna allow him to be impeached. And Hunter
I'm
Biden
putting
isn't
it out there.
sticking. All right.
All right.
Biden
all right.
impeachment. Biden impeachment.
They're gonna
Alright.
figure something out. And you know what? They might impeach him with no, cut that part out.
Yeah, I've got a
That's a spicy
Cut out
take.
that whole thing, or how much? No, for real. How much? Should I remove this from the list?
No, I mean, yeah, with the House being in control, or with the Democrats being in control of the House, he's probably not really going to get impeached. But it would be funny if he did. So I'm going to throw it down in there anyways.
Put it down there for the. Like, yep.
All right.
I can't believe that you would think that they would allow Biden to be.
I got another one. Let's go for
Save us.
Bald Velius.
Bald Velius.
All the way,
Yeah.
like
So clean. She involved.
Vic Razor to the
Yeah,
dome.
down to the studs. No more.
Damn.
No more.
That's a bold
no
prediction.
more 4.5 feet of hair. Just all of it gone.
I got one here. Jay, aka formerly Mr. You Suck, aka Idolism Jay, is on the podcast.
The fighting game player formerly known as Mr. You Suck is on
Comes on the
the
pod.
YASEcast. Jay's just gonna come back. It's like my tag is just a symbol now, and I'm going to send you all. I'm gonna send all the TOs a font pack that is just the symbol. You can put it into the brackets for me. It will destroy Smash GG, which is not saying much. Most things seem to destroy Smash GG.
Have you,
Curly will simply not allow this.
Yeah, have I told you all the story about full width text and brackets?
Oh, please do.
So, friend of the pod, Curly W. We love
Curly.
you. We appreciate you. A while back, when they allowed us to put it in Smash GG, I had the full width Unicode Yase as my handle, and it kept breaking. So at one point I was hanging out with Curly, and he tells me that this one time he spent, I want to say it was like 2 hours trying to find the specific font pack to be able to print that on a bracket. And I was like, why didn't you just stop? And it's like,
You don't have to do it. I respect that.
yeah, so that's just good dude. It spent 2 hours to show that, and then Shichi eventually took that away from us, so we couldn't have the Unicode. We were being held down.
We're being oppressed.
I'm going to go ahead. This is not a prediction. This is a statement and maybe even a threat. But I'm at the point where it's like I really like. I've heard so many good things about Curly that I'm just going to go out there and say this. I've heard someone shit talking Curly. I'd probably break a bottle over their head. Like I'll probably just like
They've taken a twisted tea to the face.
then I'm out.
So you're saying, so let's put this in the form of a prediction.
right.
Forced to defend Curly W.
I'll defend Max's honor.
Defend Max's honor.
Nah, but for real, like Curly, I have only heard incredible things about. Dude does a ton of work for the community. Does a ton of work. I mean, not just for Combo Breaker, but like Combo Breaker in particular. Nothing but respect for him.
A plus human being. We should get Curly on the pod. Let's put that out on, not a prediction,
Yes.
but like a thing to happen.
How about this as a prediction? We have like at least 6 dozen. No, hold up.
dozen?
Half a dozen.
How many weeks do you think are in a year?
Don't test me. I can make more weeks if I need to.
Don't do that.
We're still
Wait.
on like the 292nd month of day of Meltdown May of 2020.
There we
So
go.
Never stopping.
we have at least like 6 more guest episodes this year. We got to pump
Alright.
them out.
Let's do 10. Let's say 10.
All right,
10
let's
guest
do 10.
episodes.
10 guest episodes. All right.
That's 1-ish a month. 1 a month-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
got-
that's doable.
I've got some ideas. Curly's up there. Rock Dan, we've talked about enough on the pod. I think that has to happen. My long shot, I don't know if you're listening, but my favorite emerging VTuber, Joe Monday of the Online Local.
Are you going to get the Red Scare Girls on so you can do your impression of them to them?
So that impression is fucked up because I can only do it if I'm moving my head. You have to like get into a vibe to happen. Like, I have to like be swaying back and forth to be able to
No.
generate these,
Stop.
these energies. Karl Marx, that's my daddy.
Ugh. Prediction: Lamo has to leave this episode early. Can't take it.
It's okay. The Red Scare Girls are reaching out. It's fine.
No.
I can't. That might be a downgrade, actually.
Yes.
Keep going back to that.
Got
Keep going
another.
back to that tweet about when mean girls become public leftists.
Yep. Praxis.
I keep my trust fund and amalgamated.
That's Praxis.
My God, we're
I'm
really
gonna
coming for
put-
the leftist podcast right now.
I'm gonna put another one in there because I want this to come true.
All right.
I will Lamo me. I don't know why I refer to myself in the third person. I will spend at least 5 hours in a fighting game training mode this year, which is
For the
something.
whole year.
Which is something I have not done ever.
Spoken like a Leo player.
Listen, I play these characters not because I want to spend time in training mode. Because the
No, that's
more
fair.
time I'm spending in
You're
training
valid.
mode, that's time taken away from just beating people.
All right, this is a element here. I think that we're getting more into like podcast.
Mr. K
predictions.
is weeping hearing this.
Duncan, no. All right,
Here, I got one. I got one that's not podcast focused, but it is still
All right.
media focused, and it's also
All right.
going back to some more political focuses. I think Trump buys like Newsmax or OAN or one of those, and like
Yeah.
does some sort of Trump news. We get like
I think
Trump
that's
news.
I think Trump news is big. That feels like that's just the current, and that's kind of what he seems to be building to right now. And it seems like what people are clamoring for is like they want to get into like whatever the Trump news network is.
Yeah, it's fuck Fox News right now.
Yeah, it's
from,
like once they
the-
started going
the
like
hardcore
Fox.
right.
Yeah, once the hardcore right started going like Fox News isn't right wing enough. It's like there's a media landscape there, and I think that OAN is looking to like pull those people in.
Yeah.
Dark prediction as well is that QAnon will continue to become more mainstream and diversified. I think that I don't see that slowing down. Sorry,
Definitely
I'm like my. So I live in DC. We have a Proud Boy rally, a massive Proud Boy rally happening tomorrow. So much like I drive to see my girlfriend. Between road closures and just the genuine risk of violence, it's like happening in the city. I'm staying inside. I'm not seeing my partner tomorrow, so I'm like already kind of on edge, and I don't think that's going to stop at any point. And a
Yeah.
lot of this is like we have like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Congress being like, I'm going to carry my Glock onto the Capitol, which is like, one, firearms are not allowed on federal property. And also I don't think they're allowed in DC either. Like you can't have a handgun here. So it's like, it's just fucked up on a lot of levels. And I'm upset about it. So prediction in the podcast, I can't stop being political anymore. I have to, I know we talked about it, but we might end up having a more political episode because that's just, I think that's not slowing down in 2021. I think it's just going to accelerate to the point that I can't shut up about it.
Hey, I mean, we got to get Patreon money somehow, right?
Yeah. All right. All right. Guest prediction. Long shot. Great shot. Austin Walker guests on the podcast.
If only. That would be a prediction I'd love to come true.
Do you know how terrified I am at the idea of having to host a podcast where Austin fucking Walker is guesting on?
Excuse me.
I would be
Austin
terrified
_Walker.
of having to host that.
Do not leave a man's underscore out.
Do not leave out I would be terrified. All right. More accessible. Rob Zachney on the pod.
I was gonna say someone from Waypoint.
It's
That would
like-
be fun.
Yeah, we can just. I'm sure if we just start reaching out.
Rob
to
can
people.
come on. We can talk about The Mentalist. I can start watching The
I want to
Mentalist.
watch The Mentalist now.
Hit up Kato and just be like, yo, Destiny players are here.
Yo, I know. I'd be seeing Kato's retweets. Kato retweeting VTubers. So it's like, yo, we'll get Airco on. We'll get Silent Black Cat on. We'll get Kato on. It'll be a good smorgasbord of stuff.
I'm gonna remove something from. I'm gonna remove. I will defend Max's honor. I still will, if it happens, but I'm just gonna wipe that one off the bingo card for now.
Yeah, that's fair. We're gonna edit this at some point too. We're like listeners. This is really off the cuff at this point. We're kind of
we throw in spaghetti at the wall, and
It's spaghetti at the wall, you know.
Later
there's
I'll
a
throw
lot of spaghetti on the floor.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna change that to pasta at the wall.
What about Cavatappi?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, okay. I thought you were Mr. Italian Dominick the Donkey. You don't know what a fucking Cavatappi is.
I'm Mr. fucking North New Jersey. I'm
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm podcasting here.
Oh my god. Random aside, but have you played Paper Mario Origami King? Any of y'all?
Hey. No.
So one of the
How does this
bosses,
work? All right.
one of
go
the
on.
bosses is a roll of tape with a New York accent, and so when you first go to them, you're walking up to things a big hole, and he comes up on an elevator and just says, "Hey, I'm elevating here," and I'm like, "This is so dumb," and I love it so much.
It's elevated
Like,
humor.
Everything,
Treehouse got to do what they got to do, I guess.
everything like that it's just there's no lead up, there's no like conversation with this boss before the fight. It's just like kind of like, oh yeah, there's a boss up here like at the end of this tower or whatever, and you get up there and that's it. And like everything they say is in that same like I almost said Neo-Italian. That's not the word. Italian-American. There we go. That same like Italian-American affect.
Cyber Italians.
It's dedicated to all the
my
cyber
God.
Italians out there fighting crime and injustice every day of their lives.
The cyber
Think-
paisans. The saisons.
The Saisons. Oh my god.
Oh,
Think about if like Cyberpunk, instead of being like shamelessly fetishizing like Asian and Japanese culture, if it was just like neo-Italian. Like columns everywhere and
oh, man.
like big ads for pizza, because that's about
cy-
all you can do in
the
the
Cyber
Cyberpunk
Cathedral.
universe. Cyber
Dominick the
Cathedral.
Donkey. There's Dominick the Donkey.
Oh man! Imagine instead of they had Johnny Silverhand, bam! It's Dominick the Donkey with Lou Bega.
Oh my god.
All right, what else do we have for predictions? We can also just like workshop this over the course of the next week and,
True.
and like come up with some ideas too. Because I feel like we're just gonna keep throwing spaghetti at the walls here. Because now even I'm in the Italian brain zone.
You're now in the Italy zone.
Joe Biden is gonna come out as Italian American.
Every single one of your predictions has been about Joe Biden so far. Every fucking one, Jarv.
Look, we're covering all the gamuts of 2021. I've got VTubers. Jarv has has Joe Biden. Lamo's got Italians.
Blue wave, baby. Blue wave.
Got him. I love my Italians.
The Lou wave. Oh,
What up,
God.
pasta boys? We out there. Ah.
How about this? I'm gonna throw up 2 plates on the bench this year. I'm gonna hit 225. I know that's not like super impressive to like most.
Nah, fuck that.
super
Hell yeah.
No,
gym
fuck
That
you.
rules.
Hell yeah. What Lamo said.
Fuck me.
No. No, don't downplay yourself because that's an accomplishment and that's something you should be proud of.
Yeah,
I
I
wrote
ain't,
that
I
down
ain't
as
joining the
Jarv
1,000
Souls
pound club yet, but I've got plates coming in on Friday or something, so I'm gonna try to get back to it. And so I'm gonna try to put some real numbers up.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm leaving out on there as Jarv swolls out.
All right, that sounds good.
Swole Jarv? All right. All right. I think I want to workshop. I think I want to sit on some of these.
Okay.
We gotta make something. 'Cause I feel like at this point, anything I come up with is going to be either very podcast specific or very like whatever.
Which I mean,
it's good.
it's-
It's good.
I'd say
Yeah,
it's fine if it's podcast specific because luckily we do a podcast. So I feel like that's
It'd be
easy
weird
for
if we
people at
didn't.
home to follow along with.
Yeah, but I feel like I want to think of some good ideas. I think the VTuber Vin Diesel.
I love
Was,
VTuber
uh,
Vin Diesel.
I think
That
it's
actually
gonna
seems
happen.
like plausible.
V Diesel.
You know, V Diesel. Damn.
Oh
You're-
no!
Yo, Vin, you're welcome for that one.
Yo, Vin, $1,000
Yo,
to yaseworld@gmail.com PayPal right now.
Ah.
I just see how it happens. That like there's going to be an Arc 2 promotion in Japan, and there's going to be a VTuber Vin Diesel promoting Arc 2, collabing with the HoloLive idols, and it's going to be really weird. It's going to be Uncanny Valley as anything can be, but it just feels like a thing that's going to happen.
Is
Yeah.
his VTuber model going to be like just Vin Diesel? But,
No,
like,
no, it's going to be
3D?
his like no, because he has that one like doesn't he have a Drow character that he plays in D&D?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's going to be his D&D character.
It's not going to be his
Hell yeah.
Arcsona.
Arcsona, is that a thing people can have?
I don't know. I just made it
It's
up.
going to be Arcsona. Put that on the
I mean,
big card.
technically, he already has an Arcsona since he's in the game now. So
That's true.
Oh yeah, he's in the thing, so he does have an Arcsona. There's gonna
In the show. But did we talk about that, by the way? The show? How did they get all those fucking, like, big names? Does Arc make that much fucking money?
apparently. I
like-
mean, it was the zeitgeist for him, isn't it?
Damn. That shit's wild. I remember looking at that list of names. It's like, how the fuck do they have this much money?
I want to circle back to Jay will be on the podcast. I want to broaden our horizons. We will have episodes this year that will include across all of them everyone on the
That's
team
bold.
will be.
Even David?
Even David will get him on.
Especially David.
He can yell through Discord call. We can get Toops on there. We can get everyone.
I really want Toops. I think Toops would be an excellent addition.
when we do that political episode. If Tubes ain't on there, why are we even doing it?
Absolutely. Why would we even do it? Also, Reptar. We got to get Reptar in there.
Get my hella normie friend Reptar up in the mix.
Biggest glow up of the decade, actually, I think already goes to Reptar.
I
Let's be
agree.
real about that one.
Biggest glow of the decade?
So Reptar used to be like, how can we put this? Years ago, Reptar used to have the Sudaki, Dakimakura of Tsubaki from BlazBlue, and sheets of Tsubaki. So like Reptar used to be hella anime,
Big weed.
and is
Love you, bro.
now like got a great cat Instagram.
Yes.
Just seems to be like doing great in life. Is married. Like everything is everything's coming up Reptar. This is just like a gushing thing. Super proud, super happy for him. It's one of like the the biggest things that I really draw joy from in around fighting games isn't really the games, but it's those moments like, you know, you're sitting, it's like 2 a.m. and you're still mashing, and your friend's like, you know what, I got to get my shit together, and then like, you know, 6 years later they're graduating from nursing school or something. Like those moments where you see people succeed, not out of game, but like maybe because of the drive they have in games, like applying that somewhere else and being really successful and getting stuff together. That's the biggest dopamine for me. I don't give a fuck what majors you won. When I see somebody be like, look, my life is better today than it was last year, that's the shit that I love seeing.
That's getting top 8 in life.
That's top 8. That's winning in life. That's top 3. That's regionals in life. That's I was looking, I got some splashbacks of some of my friends from Florida and seeing people hit big personal goals. It just makes me so happy. It's not a prediction. It's just like, it makes me,
Yeah.
I just get real passionate about the people I care about, and I love to see them succeed.
We get hype for the homies.
Hype for the
We do get hype
homies.
for homies.
That's the prediction. What are we doing in 2021? Getting hype for the homies.
That's just like
That's not even.
that's
that'd be
not
like a
even a
free
prediction.
space.
That's a projection. That's what
Yeah.
how we project into the new year is hype for the homies.
We stay hype for the homies.
Yeah. That might be, if we're cool with it, that could be a segue here into maybe the last segment
Yeah.
Oh.
of the idea. It's a pretty natural one. So there's, I know we kind of dumped on the idea of having specific, you know, resolutions of like, I'm going to do X, you know, just do the thing. But in 2020, I went on a journey where I became a witch. And a big part of that is sort of exuding an energy or getting sort of a particular vibe out into the world. And it's what I'm thinking about here. And I'm now looking for the specific wording that I had because it was great. And it's, where the heck is it? It's in our group chat. Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Intention. There we go. Let's not do resolutions. What are the intentions that we want to bring into 2021? Like getting hype for the homies, an energy that you want to carry through into this bold new year where Joe Biden might get impeached. And I can start if y'all want to take a second. to
Sure.
think.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna need a minute.
The big thing that I want to carry into 2021, like a theme, an energy that I want to put into the things that I do is kindness. And I want that to be kindness for other people. And I want that as well to be kindness for myself. Because I have not done a great job of that historically, which I think everyone on this podcast and everyone listening to this podcast and anyone that has ever followed my Twitter account knows. But I've particularly been doing a really bad job of that in the past couple of days and leading up into the new year. And that's one thing I want to do. I want to shift away from feeling like my worth has to be tied to productivity, that it doesn't have to be tied to specific goals, like specific resolutions. And I want to apply that same kindness to other people as well as myself, because it's not fair if you're applying a different standard to other people, whether that's in a positive or negative direction. You got to hold yourself to the same standards that you want to hold other people to.
That's powerful stuff, Morg. And I
Yeah.
agree with all that. That's good things to carry into the new year and into every new year for all of us. But it's
Yeah.
good to state those intentions and write them down, see what they feel like what's the mouth feel, saying all of it, write it down, put some mantras around it, put it in a place where you can see it every day, however you want to like remind yourself of it. Because there's always going to be times where like you have the idea for the thing, and then like regular life hits, and then you're like, oh wait, what was I doing? I don't know.
Yeah,
and you just kind of like let it pass you by.
And that's what I like about the idea of the like having an intention and not like a specific goal, because specific goals are easy to lose sight of. But saying like, hey, I want to work on this thing, and I want to work on this thing in a way where I'm really thinking about self-compassion actively right now. If I sit down to work on a writing project and I'm not happy with the outcome, you know what? That's fine. I'm not going to beat myself up about it.
Yeah.
So we'll
I've
see
got
how,
one.
We'll see how to do it. Yeah. Get it.
All right. At the risk of sounding like an MLM, I think wellness is what I'm going for, because I want you all to buy into my Shakeology group. It's when I say
Go on,
wellness, I mean like mentally and physically, both. My health, lost a bunch of weight last year and the year before, but I want to continue not just focusing on health as a weight on the scale, but like overall how I feel, how I am able to like go on walks or do other physical activity, how my brain is feeling, how cloudy it is or full of thoughts, and the times when those are happening, how I can allow them to exist in my life and not be something I need to feel ashamed of or beat myself down on about. I want to try to eat more and new vegetables that I've never had before, and try more new cooking techniques. I got an Instant Pot, trying to make more cool vegan Instant Pot stuff. Generally try to eat the rainbow, eat a lot of greens and lots of different plants and vegetables and fruits that look not just brown. gotta keep the color in there, and really focus on also like a little bit of spiritual wellness. Maybe I want to do a little bit more meditation and try to clear my mind when it gets a little full of thoughts and fuzzy. And also another thing, working on my posture. Posture is a big thing, because we sit or sometimes stand, or just depending on what we do all day, your body likes to do things as efficiently as possible. And if you have muscles that are tightened and overused, and some muscles that are underused and not strong enough, you are going to have bad posture. And I would like to try to improve my posture, because it generally makes things hurt less all over your body. So that is maybe, if I have like one little goal, it's to like, try to come up with a small routine every day, like, 10 minutes during nighttime to like wind myself down, do some stretching, do some little foam rolling posture things, do some meditation, and gently bring myself to sleep. So if I could try to go into the rest of the year with, well, you know what, I'm going to say kindness too, because kindness is very good. So like, you kind of maybe speak for all of us when you say that, Morg, but wellness too, to make sure that it's hard to be kind when you don't feel kind and when you don't feel great about how things are. And I'd like to work on those things.
I just want to point out real quick, halfway through that, both Velius and I definitely like adjust ourselves.
At
our posture a
at
little
home,
bit.
if you did that too, make sure you tweet at us.
I did it, and then like 5 seconds later, I looked down. I'm like, all right, yeah, Velius on it too.
One of I know I had my little harp here about being hyped for the homies here, and just kind of dialing in on something you said, and your weight loss journey and your fitness journey, especially over the last year, is it's genuinely inspiring. And
thank you.
I can't. It's hard to express it if it feels weird to say like I'm proud of you. I'm really happy for you. I don't know how to express this, but I'm glad to know you and seeing you go on that journey and seeing you express that intention. I'm just really glad that you're in my life. I don't know where else to go with that.
I humbly accept your kindness, Morgan.
All right. You fucking rule. I want to eat your cooking again. Like, you post like delicious food up all the time, and just like, damn, I remember when I used to eat like that. I want to hang out. I want to sing karaoke with Jarv and pet his
that sounds
cats again.
wonderful.
Oh, you know what? Hopefully this will come true for the Yace bingo card.
Oh,
the personal
yes.
Yace bingo card, the YASEcast.
The YASEscape.
I don't know if I can put that down on the bingo card or not.
No,
but,
don't.
But
Don't put that down on the bingo card. Because
No
if
one's
it
gonna
comes
know.
true, no one else really needs to know.
No
It's a
one's gonna
Yace
know.
only thing. It's
Unless
a
if
Yace
you-
only party.
unless if you recorded at YASEscape,
Oh my god,
Which-
that's a good idea.
which might be really fun.
I've got one.
I actually have one that I would really like to bring up. The kind of energy that I want to bring into 2021 is to stop making excuses for the things that I want to do. There's been so many times in my life I've really wanted to do something, but I would always find some reason not to do it, whether actual or perceived. And fuck, I'm not getting any younger. Like, there's shit I want to do. I want to go out there and do it. I've been saying for the past, like, at least 5 years that I really want to go skydiving at least once. I've been saying, like, there's all these things that I want to do that I just don't. I'm like, oh, I'd love to do a trip to Japan sometime. Okay, maybe had a valid reason to not do that in the past year. But there's nothing that's stopping me from planning shit like that for next year, and being able to set money aside for it and have like a dedicated fund for it. Just really just stop BSing myself, stop denying myself in the things that I really want to do in life. That's what I want to bring in.
Lamo's bucket list.
Yeah, the lame-o list.
I'm in the same boat. I'm studying Japanese again.
Hell yeah.
In anticipation of that, which is a lot of fun, and I appreciate kanji now, and they're less intimidating, but they sucked for like a week there.
And in true
Just a
lame-o
week?
fashion, I'm not going to study Japanese, and I'll just wing it when I get there.
Nice.
I'll figure that shit out.
Big American Burger Man.
Yeah, I'm just a gaijin smash my way through Japan. It'll be fine. So they'll try to tell me, no, this is sir, you have the wrong pass for this line. Just gaijin smash my way on through. Fuck it, we winging it. Velius, you got some energy you want to bring into 2021?
I think mine is like a little bit weird because it's kind of like a combination of all of y'all's in a lot of ways. Because I think the kind of energy I want to take in is self-discovery, and I think part of that is, I mean, y'all know the last year for me has just been kind of trying to figure out my general place in the world at large again after everything, my divorce finally started and everything. So 2020 was a bit of a dud. Couldn't really go out and explore anything. Everything shut the fuck down. So it's staying inside, not really having any genuine opportunity other than do what I had already been doing, which is playing more fucking games, reading more of the same kind of praxis and political theory that I've already read before, just to kind of, it's almost like catching yourself back up to speed as to the basics of who you are. And now I want to get to a point where, not just for me, but for other people, and it requires a little bit of everything that y'all have mentioned, because you need kindness, you need self-forgiveness, you need to understand yourself well enough to go do the things that you've wanted to do. So it's kind of just this amalgamation of figure out what the fuck those things are, first of all, and second of all, what it is I really want to be doing, both with my time, who I'm surrounded by in general, to, support and encourage myself with it once I find out what those things are. And in general, the past number of years, I have an established kind of identity and dynamic that literally no longer exists. So to reestablish that as, Velius is so and so. Have that be the trajectory going forward again in a brand new dynamic. So it's kind of like both reestablishing a sense of identity and also a sense of kind of rebirth in a way, if that makes sense.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
good.
no, it totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like self-discovery and like self-actualization in a way.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's got to hit those Maslow's food groups.
Maslow's food pyramid.
For what it's worth, I couldn't remember the right word for it, and I almost said Maslow's pyramid of power.
I mean, the proper term is Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
There we go.
I would know that because I'm a doctor of psychology, and I should absolutely know that off the top of my head. But Maslow's food groups is way funnier.
I can't believe Maslow is the director of the Federal Bureau of Control.
The hierarchy of needs is an object of power. Fuck. Oh, it's the noodle. It's Hazel.
Oh my god.
We got Hazel
Noodle's
on
wearing a sweater.
Love it. You literally love to see it.
Yeah, she's begging me to go outside now.
I think this is a good spot to wrap things up. Honestly, hey, listeners, tell us too, what's the energy that you want to bring into 2021? What are the things that you want to go out and do this year, whether it's actual things you want to do, whether it's an attitude or energy or a mindset that you really want to try and be more mindful of and kind of keep with you in the back of your head. Let us know in the comments. Hit us up on Discord. We will have our complete bingo card out. Should probably be when this episode drops. It should be in the show notes. You can find it there. Damn. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Jarv, Morgan, and Velius. I'm so happy you're back on the show this week. I missed you. Very happy to see you back. But damn, we'll be back at you again next week. Be good. Stay good. Stay strong. We got here. We're gonna fuck 2021 up, but like fuck it up in a good way, not like we're gonna fuck things up like we did last year. Love y'all. Take it easy.